This is a demo of how to create a Venn diagram using auto shapes and text boxes in Microsoft Office Word. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to go up to this Insert tab up here. And once you're there, you're going to go into the Illustrations group and we're going to look for a shape. So we're going to look for the oval shape. I left click. I click my mouse where I want to start to draw and I drag out a circle. Once I get the desired size that I like, I let go. Now what you're going to actually have to do here is, because we're doing a Venn diagram, it's going to change the transparency. So I'm going to leave it as blue, but I'm going to, where it says Shape Styles, I'm going to click this More button here. And I see my transparency is set to 0, so I'm going to need to change that to about 50%. And once I do that, as you see, I have a lighter color, which means when I overlap another circle, they will actually see through each other. So once I have the size I want and I have the basic formatting of what I want, I'm going to copy this circle because I've done already all the formatting here. So it's no need for me to reinvent the wheel. So I'm going to copy this one by right clicking and choosing copy. And I'm going to right click and then I'm going to choose paste. I have another circle. You see how they're overlapping each other perfectly right now because I have that transparency on. But I need to change this color. I don't want to use the same color, so I'm going to change this one to a nice yellow. Notice I lost my transparency. That's okay. So I'm going to go back over here to my pane to the right, and I'm going to change that transparency to 50 by just typing 50 this time. And now I have two circles, the same size, two different colors, and they have transparency. The next we're going to need to do is create a text box that we can use for our Venn diagram. So I'm going to go back up to my insert option here and I'm going to find text box in the text group. I'm going to click on this text box and I'm going to left click where it says draw text box. Now I'm going to draw myself a little text box here and I'm going to type the text that I want. For instance, we have UCLA at 6,000. And I want to increase this font a little bit. So I'm going to go over to the Home tab and let's say we get a nice 16. And I'm just going to make my text box bigger to display all that information. And I'm going to make it bold just so it can stand out more. Now, if I take this text box over, notice that it's not transparent. And if I click away, it has a border around it. Well, we don't want that. So I'm just going to pull it back over here. And I'm going to go up to my Format for Drawing Tools. And I'm going to change the Shape Fill to have no fill. And I'm going to change the Shape Outline to no outline. So now I have a text box with no outline and it doesn't fill, which is perfect. So I'm going to copy this 2 more times because I know I have 3 areas where I want to put text. So I'm going to right click on it, choose copy. And I'm just going to do paste twice. So now I see I have the UCLA 6000. Let me change this one so that it says LBCC 500. And I'm going to change this one so it says USC, and I believe that number was 5,000. So now I have 3 different text boxes. So now I can take my text boxes and I can have them overlap into my Venn diagram. Just put them where I want it. There we go. I click and I let go. And now I have a Venn diagram. Now, let me just move this one over just a little bit more, just because I don't like it to be right on the edge. The next step is to do grouping and arrange them. So I'm going to hold my Shift key down and I'm going to make sure I select all my objects here. Once I know they're all selected, I go back up to my drawing format tool and I look in the Arrange group and I come up to Group and I left click where it says Group. Now as you can see, this is just one object. I can move it around, I can do whatever I want, and it all comes together. Now at this point, I can copy this whole object out, and let's move over to PowerPoint. So I come over to my PowerPoint, and I paste my image in, I can resize it to make it a little bit bigger, keeping the proportion somewhat, and just center it over here a little bit. And now when I play my presentation, I have a nice Venn diagram.